Hello, this is Nicholas Franklin, and you're listening to Friendship is Kind. Have a great day. Ta-ta!
Now it's recorded.
Flash is on!
Yo, yo, yo. All right.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Let me suck on this Lacrezy real quick.
Okay. I'm going to get a sip of this in, too. Why not? While you're getting a sip of that. We're not editing this either.
Woo!
When'd you get your hair cut?
The other day,
Where'd you go?
I did it myself.
Really?
Yeah, I went to Walgreens and, I went and got it a little trimmed up. My mom helped me last night, but
Wow.
I initially was like, fuck, I don't want hair in my eyes anymore, so I went to CVS and bought a razor and just did it in my hotel room.
I think it looks better.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I did it in D.C. Thanks, Washington, D.C. It
Oh, yeah. How was that?
was awesome. They have shrooms there.
Dude, I like DC. I like the way the area looked.
Yeah, D.C.'s cool.
Yeah, I like DC. I went to Otakon. You know what that is? It's for otakus. You know what that is?
No.
It's like Japanese guys. Traditionally, it's like Japanese guys. Like an otaku is a Japanese guy who like worships a like
Senpai?
female Japanese like pop star, like bubblegum pop star or something. You know
Okay.
what I mean? Or just like Japanese women in general. They're just like massive simps. It's like, you know what I mean? But really, what Otakon is, it's like an anime convention.
Okay.
They just call it Otakon.
You-
I think
you
they're like
went?
laying into it. We went because we were seeing Shing 02. If there's any avid anime watchers out there, they might know who he is. He's on a couple of Nujabe songs and the Samurai Champloo opening as well. We were going to go see him. He was performing there.
And Jabez was?
No, Shing 02 was. It was like a Nujabe's tribute concert, though, so he was doing all of the songs that he was on with Nujabe specifically.
Oh, okay.
And then like the anime songs. So that's why it was at Otakon or Otakon. And we went, and it was the most hilarious thing ever. But it was in DC.
Oh,
And
okay.
so that's the only time I've been to DC. But it's really pretty. It reminds me of like Mount Lebanon kind of a little bit.
Yeah.
Like
it's
the
like
metro
a
area.
expanded Mount Lebanon.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like if someone
yeah.
took that main drag in Mount Lebanon and just made it like a whole
The whole thing.
society out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah.
like DC too.
How was the
It's-
show?
It was good. It was a good show. Dude, people come to the show drunk, which is totally fine, but like there was this one girl who just would not stop talking the whole show, and it kind of like it threw me off a little bit for sure, but
Having
No,
to be
I-
like,
I'd be setting up a joke and then I'd be like, yeah, so I recently moved to the East Coast, and she'd be like, yeah, woo, East Coast.
and you were like,
And I'm like, yeah. Well, I finally was like, can you just like shut the fuck up for real, please? Like, you're an adult. This is sad that I'm having to tell you to like shut up. And then I like paused and then I just went right back into it.
what was the crowd like? Oh, like,
No, the crowd wants them to shut up too. 'Cause,
No,
like,
yeah,
these,
of course.
These people paid money. Like,
it's the equivalent of like back in the day, the kid who would be like disrespectful to the teacher. Like, there's being funny in class with your friends,
and then it's like, dude,
but then there's the person like telling the teacher, like making the teacher cry, and it's like,
yeah, it's like,
we all just want to get through the thing,
Yeah.
dude. Come on, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was definitely like that. But the show was good. It was cool. I saw an old friend. I met up with him. It's cool.
Was it someone I know?
No,
No.
wasn't. This dude named Jake. But it was cool seeing him, and he's sober too. He like stopped drinking, and we had a little bonding.
That's
over
cool.
That, but yeah, it was a good run. I definitely got a lot of shit done. Virginia Beach was awesome. I went to the fucking
I've never been there.
dude. That's where the Navy SEALs, SEAL Team 6, their base is in Virginia Beach. So I went to the base. I went to the base, the entry of the base, and then I was like, okay, I got to turn around. So I just like hauled ass. But
Did you bring your camera?
I did not to do that, but as I was leaving the base, I saw them pulling in like this little convoy with these. I'll show a picture right here of what I saw, but it's basically this big ass truck hauling this like speedboat that the SEALs use to like get around. It's really fucking cool.
That is
It's like
cool.
this sick gray camo,
Dude,
but it looks like this. But And then I saw the Blue Angels flying over Virginia Beach.
No way, like
It
the
was
Air Force thing.
And I was at the beach and I had my little pen and I was looking for shark teeth on the. Yeah, it was literally.
When you saw them fly over,
Just like, woo! It was amazing. It was like the best day ever. I saw the Navy SEALs, the Blue Angels. I was smoking, and it was a great show.
that's cool.
It was a great day. Virginia Beach fucks hard. I will go back. And I got crabs. I'll put a picture.
Blue
not
crabs?
Sex crabs.
Blue crabs.
Yeah, I got a dozen jumbo blue crabs.
Were they super sweet?
They were amazing. I'll put a picture right here.
I love blue crabs. I haven't had blue crabs in a while. You know whose family eats blue crabs as a tradition? You'll get a kick out of this. John.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love. Well, I was down there and I was like, "Fuck, I don't know." The season's like basically kind of over
for blue crabs.
Yeah, it's like summer is like the blue crab season.
Okay.
So I was like, "Fuck, I don't know when I'll ever get to eat these again this year." So I'm just gonna do it now, and I'm gonna go all out. So I just ordered a dozen, and like all the local people they were like, "Damn, that's a lot of blue crabs. Those are jimmies too." The males are called jimmies. They were like,
funny.
"Those are big ones. Those are jimmies." I was like, "Yep."
That's funny.
You saw it here, folks.
That reminds me of Uncle Ted.
Yeah,
Hey, Jimmy.
it was hilarious. But it was the tour. It was and segue into the next conversation. A fan at my show brought 2 packs of cards.
No way.
I'll include the video. I took a video.
Oh, no
of
way.
us pulling cards after the show. But he comes to the show and he was like, he had 2 packs of Lost Origin. He's like, "Bro, let's pull some cards." So I'll include
That's cool.
that video. But that made me really.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, no fucking way. And I pulled a Radiant Gardevoir.
That's a good card.
I know.
Very cool.
I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, can I keep this? And he was like, yeah, dude, whatever.
What's up? We're at one of my shows. We're in Richmond, Virginia, and Matt brought 2 fucking packs of Pokemon for us to open. Real fan. Let's see what we got. You want to go first? I don't know the order. I think it's like 1, 2, 3 on the bottom. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Where's real? Wait, no. Okay, yeah. One more. Yeah, like area-wise. Like, what? Okay. How do you know? 4. Okay, it's 4. Okay. Yeah. So. And then I flip. Right? Yeah, I think so. Okay. And then you go through. Now here's. I don't know yet. I do see a hollow in there. Whoa. I don't know if he's anything. Got a Jinx and the champ. The champ.
Nice.
Cool. The champ. Got some hollows in there. See what you got.
See what I got. First off, Gligar.
Awesome. 4 cards, yeah.
3, 4.
Energy. You get something worth like $200, that'll be crazy. Whoa! Yo, he looks crazy. And a Dugong, that's tight. Yeah. Radiant Gardevoir. I picked this up at Walmart like right beforehand.
Fire. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Can I keep this?
Yeah, it's all yours, man.
Yeah. Thank you, dude.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming to the show.
But
That's cool.
It was a good run of shows. Yeah. Way more people were talking to me about the podcast than I like. They were like, I love the podcast. And I was like, how do you know about that?
You were like, really? Wait, are you serious?
But
Or-
people people like it.
Hmm.
So we love you guys.
Yeah, shouts out to the
Woo!
listeners. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, didn't you also you were starting to tell me before we recorded this or started to do this, and I was like, save it. Told me you bought basketball cards
I did.
and you pulled like a $200 card.
I did. I actually have it right here. I pulled.
I want to see it,
Wait, where did I put? Oh, it's in my pocket.
dude. I'm really self-conscious, by the way, of the way we say pulled. Like I'm like,
Pulled?
do we say pulled?
We're Yinzers.
I
dude.
know.
It doesn't
I know.
matter. I recently was like, fuck it. Sports cards are kind of cool. Like, maybe because I see like,
The jersey cards.
yeah, I like, Michael Jordan and LeBron and Kobe, and like, it would be cool. But last night I was pulling cards, and the other fun part about pulling sports cards is we know nothing about them. So I'm like learning
Yeah.
as I go. I'm like, oh, what does this mean? I pulled a Wave Purple Prism Cade Cunningham card.
The Wave Purple Prism Cade Cunningham card.
It's a rookie card too.
Detroit Pistons. The hollow foiling
sick.
looks awesome. That is the coolest
But
thing in the world.
this is apparently like a $200 80. I saw a lot of things on eBay, but it's like 87 to 200. But then I was like, I might get it graded and I think I might just hold on. But a lot of the thing about sports cards is a lot of ungraded cards are actually worth more than the graded cards. Yeah.
I feel like, and I could be completely wrong, I'm just pulling this idea out of the hat, but I feel like there's less fake sports cards than there are fake like Pokemon cards.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I feel like PSA or not PSA, but getting your cards authenticated in Pokemon is so super important.
Mm-hmm.
But with sports cards, I just assume they're all real. I don't know.
Yeah. But this was like one of those things where I'll pull all the cards and then I pull up, it's like Sports Cards Pro or some fucking website, and then it just tells you all that. And then I'm like, I pulled a couple Mike Trout like baseball cards, saving those.
Isn't PSA stands for Professional Sports Authenticator? Yeah. So they were originally sports cards.
And speaking of PSA,
that
brings us to our fan.
I wasn't even setting that up on a tee for us.
We have a fucking package from PSA that we got, an actual one, not
a fake one. That video was fake.
That video is fake. This is a real PSA submission right here. We submitted a handful of cards.
Go watch that fake video. I'm laughing about it so hard. That shitty dubstep track we threw together. Anytime we pulled something that you already knew was
So these are a bunch of cards that, I mean, Nate was holding on to some Aquapolis earlier.
Yeah. So shout out to my friend Corey, who's definitely not listening to this. But shout out to Corey. He had a collection. His neighbor died when he was a kid, and he had a card store or like sold cards as a hobby, probably at like Trader Jack's or something, Nick. But like he died and had a bunch of the cards from that era, which just so happened to be like 2000, like 2004. And he had them in like pristine condition. And so we sorted through his cards the one day. I found a Charizard card in that collection that Corey sold for, I think, $1,100.
Damn.
And like ungraded, just no eBay reputation, just sold it $1,100, which was nice. And so he gave me just the rest of the cards. So we sent a couple of those cards out. Yes. I gave you the Kingler. And then I also said, oh, that's a spoiler. I gave you one of these. It's a Kingler from, I forget which series it is.
I think that's, I don't know. Whoa, here they are.
And then I said you can keep another one of the ones that comes back.
They do a pretty good job at boxing it up, making sure everything's nice and tight in there. These are the slabs.
Yeah, for those unfamiliar, talk about everything in the, let's do a proper unboxing. Talk about every artifact in the box.
Okay.
So it has some bubble packaging.
So here's first they give you here's your order. This is what you send to them. Just like you have to send the cards in order too. Like if there's a Blastoise card, then like a Mike Trout card or something, you have to put it in fucking order.
Yeah.
Else they'll be like, I actually don't know what they'll do, but and cool. This is a real PSA box.
Wow. Authenticated box.
PSA 10. We have some other goodies.
Let me see that.
Perfect card sleeves, saver kit. But then we have the actual slabs and some bubble wrap. So this is what it looks like. Ooh, can you see that Pokemon in the back? Let's do it.
Go ahead.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Woo!
Oh, it's starting off with some Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay. We have the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon PSA 8.
Let's see.
I was hoping that would come back a 9 or a 10, but
did you pull this one?
whatevs. No, I didn't. That was one of those. Sometimes I'll go on eBay and I'm like, damn, this has a good shot at being a 10. Like that looks like it could have been a 10 or a 9.
Did you
Definitely a 9.
Is there a breakdown as for why it's not a?
They don't give you that, no.
That's only Beckett, huh?
I guess so. Dude, this is sick.
Yeah, that's the one.
PSA 9. It looks so good in the fucking thing, dude. That's awesome as fuck.
Oh, the swirl is
Here, I'll
beautiful,
let you do the
dude.
rest of these.
No. Keep looking at
No,
them.
I
I
want
like
you
this.
to. Okay.
No. I like how we're doing it. It's
All right.
good. Yeah, this is the one I gave Nick that we thought we were like, this dude outside shot at like an 8 or a 9.
9's
A
high.
9 is crazy.
That's
For
awesome.
A 2002 Expedition e-reader 9 is like, there's like 80 of these that exist probably.
Yeah.
Like total.
And Kingler, like, we're cancers. Like, we were born in July,
Yeah,
so
so
I love
sick.
that. And 9 is I was born on the 9th.
That is super sick.
This is a major never sell ever card.
Mm-hmm.
This looks amazing in the case.
This is one I was excited about, the Ampharos and the Lantern. Wow, that looks awesome. Very cool.
Rager. Looks so. I don't know what it is, but just them being in the plastic looks so cool.
It looks amazing.
Lantern.
Us throwing these all on the ground where we could step on these.
PSA 9 Lantern. That's sick, sick card.
Amazing. So cool.
Fucking epic.
I didn't know the Lantern came back a 9 too.
Right?
That's amazing.
I really thought this was going to come back a 10.
Ah,
Right?
how did it come back a 9?
I know. I don't know why.
The vintage ones, I'm like, well, okay, if it came back a 10, I'd be shocked. But like,
That one, I'm like,
how isn't it a 10? Yeah,
I don't know.
What? I just like to think it's some pretentious nerd who's like,
get in the mind of a
typically
PSA.
I would give this a 10 outside of, but I was stuck in traffic today, so here's a 9.
Here's a 9. This one has
Yeah.
a swirl too. This one actually might. This is sick.
Oh, this is a sick card.
Ooh. 6 Starmie. Yeah, they look amazing in the
I want to see
in
the
the s-
Skyridge
slabs.
Magneton. Oh, here it
Awesome.
is. Oh, that's so cool.
And then the Piece de Resistance
Let's see it.
Expedition Dragonite.
Oh, wow.
So all in all, a pretty good fucking haul as far as cards go.
Very cool.
We thought these were gonna come back like 4s and 5. We were like, let's not get our hopes up. Like the
Yeah.
highest we're gonna get is like a 5.
Yeah, I remember the other day we were literally like, let's anticipate at the highest a 6 or 7 on these.
Yeah,
And they all came back 8s and 9s.
but that's fire.
Very cool.
Fucking fire.
Let me check this while I'm up. Why not? Still going.
Nice. But yeah, cards are in the air.
Cards are in the air.
Fall is in the air fryer.
I tweeted that.
So
Huge dud.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, on Twitter at least. Tweeting for me, almost everything's a dud at this point, though. Like anything I throw out onto the Twitter sphere is a dud.
I tweeted Keef is just human. Human skin is just dead skin is just human Keef. Jake said that. And I tweeted it. And it got 3,000 retweets.
That's so good.
So there's definitely people out there still looking for comedy.
Yeah.
It's just like, what do you tweet? I think you just can't look at the.
I got burnt on Twitter,
Yeah,
to be
me
honest.
too.
Like, so burnt. I did it obsessively for so long that I'm like, I don't even care anymore.
I'm trying to crawl out of the burn.
Yeah.
I think it's possible.
Those card ratings, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're excited, huh?
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
I
That's
know.
crazy.
Neither.
I'm going to have to tell Corey to specifically watch this part
Yeah.
of the podcast at the very least. Won't make you watch the whole thing, but
I really, again, thought they were going to come back like 4s or 5s.
yeah.
But
I was honestly, so my honest anticipation was maybe one of those was going to grade an 8, like the cleanest one, and that the rest of them would likely be 5s or 6s.
Mhm.
That's what I was anticipating. Maybe a 7, but
they're great condition. Does Corey have any
Yeah.
more of those?
That's like that's up the hollows. And then all the commons, we traded them into the card store. All like the bulk commons.
Okay.
Because it's like, honestly, some Skyridge commons in good condition are like $40, which
Wow.
is like, wow, what? You know what I mean? I mean, you won't get that at a card store. He'll give you $8. You know what I mean? But like, I'm not
Fuck it.
putting it on eBay and going to the thing and putting it in a box and shipping it
Yeah.
for $8 or $20. No thanks.
Yeah.
100 times over, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's just how it goes, I guess.
I will say, I advised Corey not to send that Charizard out to get graded because I was like, well, technically it could get lost in the mail. It could get damaged in the mail. They could lose your card. I don't know. Someone could steal your package. Like it's always a risk sending something out. And that's like a guaranteed and ungraded $1,000 card. I was like, why don't you just see what you get for it?
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking it could have came back like a 9. And I think if it came back like a 9, it could have been like a $2,000 card, maybe like 2,800 even, potentially
Really?
$4,000. I think a 10 of that card is like 10 grand.
Wow.
It would not have come back at 10 because 1, it was the reverse hollow, and 2, in the light, you could see surface scratches.
Okay.
So I knew it would not come back at 10. But
The thing about that is like there's a Hannes Wagner card that I think is like a PSA 1 that sold for like $2 million. So I think it's just the scarcity. And there's some ones that look really cool, like the old like first edition Charizards that are, it looks like a kid was playing with it, and then it's like all fucked up. It's like kind of cool.
It's cool because it's
encapsulated.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say. If it were just loose, like it'd be like, but it's like framed in the thing and authenticated. It's like, this is cool.
So it's like a pristine case of something that's not pristine.
Exactly.
It's like very meta.
Yes.
It's like something Nicholas Franklin would love.
You so didn't do any Nicholas Franklin homework, right?
No, I didn't. Well, he, here's the thing though. People really love Nicholas Franklin because someone gave me this bracelet after my show in DC. They came up to me and said, they were like, dude, I want to give you, or they didn't even say that. It was like magical. Like the dude came up to me and he was like, dude, that was awesome. I love Nicholas Franklin so much. I want to give you something. And then he pulls this bracelet and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And then I read it and it says Nicholas Franklin. And I had like,
that's awesome. This is like
tender moment.
Top 10 like things.
Yeah. He was like, don't ever stop. Whatever you do, don't ever quit Nicholas Franklin. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm not planning on it, but thank you.
Nicholas Franklin. I love Nicholas Franklin.
Right.
It really sounds good.
Nicholas Franklin.
Like I like saying it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It's like, well, because it's like Benjamin Franklin, Nicholas Franklin. Like this.
Yeah, it sounds the same, I guess.
I think the chair just broke.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I was like, what was that?
I followed it.
Yeah.
If you're, never mind.
What were you going to say?
Nothing.
Should we say what we really wanted to say about the Halloween decorations last episode?
What?
Remember we were like, if you put Halloween decorations up outside, you have a really good taste in Halloween.
No, I remember I covered for you. Then I said, this is what we actually think.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I haven't seen any ATV snowmen around.
ATV snowmen?
Or no, ATV Santa Clauses. Remember? Santa Claus on the ATV, the blow up thing that I showed.
Oh.
Yeah. The thing ornament. But I was in Long Island this like 2 days ago, and there were a bunch of people already starting to put their shit outside.
Oh my God.
New York's
dude,
fucking mayhem.
You know what's funny about already doing things and whatever? Like personally, it's like late September. I'm not bothered by seeing like pumpkin spice is back or like
I like it.
Or seeing like all the pumpkin and Halloween stuff everywhere. I'm like, well, Jake, I was riding with Jake like last week in the car, or we were walking somewhere, I don't remember. And he was like, oh, really? Already? With the Halloween stuff? And I was like I think I agreed with him in the moment. I was like, yeah, it's early. But then I was like,
it's not that
it's
early.
almost October.
Yeah.
You know? Like, when do you want them to start?
July is early.
Like, they have to start marketing Halloween now.
Yeah.
So you buy things for, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if they start marketing for Halloween, like, you know what I'm saying?
Petition to change Halloween to spooky post up.
Hallow month. Doesn't work.
Hallow month. It's ween isn't like a day.
Yeah, exactly.
Hallow
Ween month.
Halloween. Halloween.
Halloween. It's the whole month.
That's the new thing. That's what we all celebrate. Friendship is kind. Halloween.
Well, we should do a Halloween celebration. Every episode released in October.
Scary.
So, oh my God, let me come clean.
Make it horrifying.
Can I come clean again?
Yeah.
Make it scary is funny. Just like us trying to scare people.
Ah! I think we want to put in the comments if you guys want to see some harmless pranks done and on the. We should
like go out and shoot pranks.
We really should start making skits for the channel.
Okay, yeah, I'm so down.
Yeah,
we should redo Spooky Josh.
I already have a skit.
Let's redo Spooky Josh.
Okay, Spooky Josh 2. Okay. We can make it at Jake's apartment.
Okay. Same thing.
Yeah.
Like shot for shot, as much as we can make it the same.
I have it still. I still have Spooky Josh.
Let's just make it shot for shot the same thing.
People tell me all the time. Or no, you were telling me
Yeah, yeah.
someone watches it every year.
Yeah. People still DM me about it.
We should just upload. I should just upload the original to the Friendship is Kind channel.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good
Easier.
idea.
All right.
We'll put it in the title.
We're not remaking it.
We'll put it in the link. No, we'll make a new version
Yeah.
with cards. And
We'll make a new thing. What happens?
It has to do with grading.
Your
cards.
ghost rare gets
Smoke.
haunted.
My ghost rare gets stolen, and I have to smoke weed to get it back.
No, there's no
Yeah.
anything about that.
I have to smoke to get into the shadow realm where the person stole the car. On the floor thinking you're having a heart attack.
Like in the garage. Nate, are you okay down there? Huh? And you're like,
What? Hold on. Hold on.
no, that doesn't really happen anymore. I wish it did.
It happened to me
When? Yesterday?
a couple of days ago. I think we talked about it. I got
Really?
really scared. And then I was like, I'm never smoking again.
Next day. Yeah.
At the dispensary? Yeah, I'll take 7 grams.
Throwing it into the woods.
Back there at the same day. There's definitely been days where I've gone, bought something, thrown it in the woods, and then gone back the same day.
Dude, people fucking love and eat up that you throw shit in the woods. I love just
That
like, the
to me is
visual
just
of
like
you,
the abyss. It's just the abyss.
I just love the visual of you like,
I'm done with this.
yeah, and like looking for it later with a flashlight is hilarious.
With the thermal scope,
Yeah.
there's still one trace of radiation because of the last hit that I took.
Yeah. I love the throwing shit in the woods bit.
Throwing stuff into the woods.
Yeah. When you were a kid, did you have like teachers who said don't say stuff?
Yeah.
Why?
It's like a filler word. Doesn't really count. It's kind of like.
Stuff counts. Like we all know like stuff is like smart use of language though.
Yeah.
So you're kind of teaching things.
You're condensing things.
Yeah, you're like kids are just making like a social shortcut and saying like
an analogy.
like, oh, I was just working on a bunch of stuff. It's like it's saying like I was working on a bunch of things I could go into detail about, but I'm not going to because it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
But they're like, don't say stuff, and you're like,
Well, I was working on a bunch of things today. I woke up and crimped my pubes in a zigzag.
yeah, that all could have been stuff. I worked on some
And
stuff earlier.
I bleached the ends, so I have like a cool frosted tips thing going on with my pubes.
With my pubes.
Frosted
Pubes hasn't been
pubes.
around
That's true.
for a while.
I haven't shaved. Once you like start dating, it's like, why shave?
Yeah. Shave my pubes.
I don't shave anymore.
I'll shave my pubes if I'm like, okay, like it's really unmanageable down there right now. Like I need to
I
just
feel like
free
it
it
never
up.
gets to that level for me. But my pubes get to be as long as my wiener.
Well, yeah, that's a bit unmanageable now.
I mean, they don't have to get that long for that to happen.
Yeah. Oh,
You feel me?
that's hilarious.
No, but whatever.
Yeah, dude.
My pubes.
Are there any other like weird things that I'm trying to think of things that like were instilled in us back in the day that didn't matter. We didn't
Back
need to
in the
learn.
day, but
We
I
didn't need
wish
to
I
learn
was a
that.
kid again. Back in the day.
How about doing this where you taught this?
Yeah.
Like cross your hands and put them on your desk.
Yeah.
Like, I literally was taught that until like 6th grade.
That's crazy how we were like indoctrinated into
That's very weird. I don't think that would fly anymore.
modern.
Just like making me cross my hands. I'm like,
Missouri
why?
brought back paddling kids. You can paddle kids in Missouri. Babe
That-
was telling me that.
That's kind of hilarious.
It's like real again.
I kind of want. Wait, aren't they requiring like cameras in every classroom, or is that
Maybe.
not a thing, or is that just trying to be?
They
a thing?
fucking should.
They should, so we can watch the kids be paddled and what they did to get paddled.
Yeah.
I would love to watch kids be like bad in class. Be like, God, they got it for that. Really? That's a bit egregious. Do like play-by-play?
That would be a fucking hilarious like channel, just kids being bad and because
Yeah,
kids
a
say
big compilation.
Kids say funny shit.
Yeah, kids. I remember kids making like my teachers cry back in the
We
day,
would
being
come up
like,
with-
"Fuck you.
Yeah.
You're not worth shit. Your opinion doesn't matter worth fuck."
This
Like
kid
telling
in
her that.
in my video, this kid in my video class went up to the teacher, literally, and just yelled at the top of his lungs, "Fuck you!"
Yeah,
Just at the dude's face, like literally, like closer than we are now,
yeah.
and nothing happened.
Fuck you. How much do you make? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Shut up.
fuck you.
Fuck you.
Pulls out in his dad's Beamer after school.
Yeah. I definitely went to school with kids in hindsight where I was like, why do they act like that? And it's so obvious now. Like they were like loaded, gonna work at their dad's business. There's a person I won't name. You don't know them, but I always remember thinking like, I can't believe he acts like that. But I think like right out of high school started working for the thing, makes tons of money. And I was like, oh, like
I know
of course.
people like that too.
You know what I mean? And what do you even want them to do?
It's
like,
just a warped. Yeah, it's not their fault. They just
No.
have a warped sense of how things really go down.
yeah.
I met a lot of kids like that in LA, like kids in Beverly Hills who have never, like this one kid, he would wear the Bape jackets, but not like the cool ones. Like he would wear it would say like Bape in crystal letters and shit. I'll put a picture of it right here because it's honestly hilarious. But he would buy,
I can picture it.
he would buy these like, he didn't have a job. He had like two pure like these French bulldogs that were like designer dogs. And his thing was collecting dab rigs. He would collect like these 50,000.
I'm trying to think
can
if I know who
really-
you're talking about. I'm trying to like piece it together. Is there any sort of subtext you could give me right now? Because
No,
they're definitely not listening.
You don't know.
Oh, I
this
don't know.
No.
Okay.
But he collects these like designer dab rigs that are, I mean, you know how much fucking glass.
Oh yeah,
You
it can
pay
cost
as
so
much as you
thousands.
want
Yeah,
for a glass.
Yeah.
But he was always getting a new one. Like every couple days there would be like a new one, and he was just. But that's just it. It's like that's his reality. He doesn't know anything else, and that's.
Yeah.
And I always remember like we were in this club, and I saw him in the club, and he patted me on the back, and he just smacked my back like as hard as he could, and I was just like, this dude has no social
Anything.
like it's kind of sad. You're kind of
Yeah.
like honestly sheltered in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like if my parents, well, that's just it. Is like when you're in it, I don't think you really know. Like,
Mm-mm.
I'm sure a lot of people do see things for what it is, and they're like, "Fuck, I need to go like live a normal life."
Oh yeah,
But I'm sure it's so comfortable that most people are just like, "Fuck."
dude. So
Post up, eat Panera every day.
college was great for me because it was like a really big eye-opening like thing just from all angles of my life. Like financially, it made me realize, oh my God, just how privileged I am. But it also made me realize, oh my God, just how not privileged I am at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Like meeting people where you're like, wow, oh my God. Like kids who have a spending budget of like 20 grand a month on a card and they don't pay anything for anything, and they have a card and a free car and everything's paid for, and you're like, wow. You know what I mean? And then conversely, like people who are like working literally 3 jobs to pay for school and are still like, I have to withdraw next semester because I can't pay for it.
Yeah.
And we're like straight A students in college or in high school and college. So
It's an evil world we live in.
yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's crazy meeting people who are like just so in a different realm of living just because of like their
money.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's nuts. Completely crazy.
I'm like, dude, if you were broke, you would be the lamest dude. But you're not, so you're cool.
Yeah. Invite me over.
Invite me over to play with your dab rig. Can we play with your dab rigs?
What do you mean play with them? Smoke?
Smoke?
You want to smoke?
Can I smoke your weed?
Yeah.
What do you mean play with them?
What do you
Smoke
mean?
your pot. You got some, right? I wonder if they sell concentrate at the dispensary.
Like here?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Do they really?
Like
I think
live
they only sell
resin and
flour and wax. Do they really sell live resin?
So you mean like sugar and stuff like that?
Just like it's pens, like for cartridges.
Oh, pens?
Yeah.
Yeah, they sell pens, don't they?
Oh yeah, but I don't know if they sell like loose
Oh, I don't know.
distillate or anything.
Oh, I don't know.
Some live resin pressed BHO fucking
I
hash
don't
oil.
know. What do you have your eyes on at the dispensary?
Strawberry chocolate gelato.
No, nothing like you can only get at the dispensary.
No, the weed here in PA is okay. There was a couple misses at the dispensary. You like buy something,
you're like,
you think it's gonna be fire, and it's some like cheesy sativa. But this strawberry chocolate gelato is really good.
I've come to find, and people will say this is bullshit. You can't discern a difference. Like, how do you know? But like, I've come to find that like I really just prefer like an indica dominant hybrid.
Yeah.
It's just because if it's sativa dominant, like I feel like manic and wigged out normally sometimes. So I'm like, the sativa's not doing it. I almost don't feel it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Like I've smoked some really high THC percentage sativa and been like, I don't feel anything off this. Like at all. I don't know. I don't know what to say. And there's a certain, I forget, I don't know the science behind all of it, but I know for a certain type of person, I haven't done coke, but a certain type of person can do coke and like not really get high and be like, why do people do this?
Yeah.
I don't get that. You know, it's weird.
I have experimented with coke, but
Have you met anyone who's like, yeah, I don't get anything from it. I don't get it.
because I have ADHD, so it honestly, when I did it, it reminded me. It felt very similar to Adderall and Vyvanse, the stimulants that they give you to focus, which they give that shit to kids.
Yeah.
Which after I did coke, I was like, first of all, I'm never doing that again, and I'm never doing Vyvanse or Adderall fucking ever again. Like they give this shit to fucking middle schoolers, dude. It's meth. It's literally fucking meth.
I participated in a clinical and pharmacological research trial in college, a couple of them for money. Most of them weren't testing a drug, but this one was, but it was testing Adderall, but just like a non-name brand Adderall to make it cheaper and more accessible for people to get, I guess. So whatever. And you could either get placebo or not. And I totally didn't get placebo because I was like wired. I was up for like 32 hours and like I had a really bad headache and I withdrew from that one. I was like, fuck this.
Yeah. I mean, it would, as a kid, I would take it to like focus in school, which is so weird. Like
it's kind of criminal. It's crazy that
you're like,
as a populace, we don't think it's as crazy as it is. Like we're kind of all like, yeah, that was crazy. Oops. But like
you're forcing a child to take
that should be like a
stimulant medication so he can focus on geometry.
Should that not be like a multi-trillion-dollar lawsuit that everyone's just like, I mean, yeah, it's crazy. I was on that stuff.
Yeah. I don't know.
I guess it's water in the bridge. What can we do now? It's not going to change anything now.
All you can do is just stop taking that.
Yeah, like now we know.
For real.
Yeah.
Well, because so the reason it's so terrible is it does have some. I mean, it would let me focus for a little bit, sure, like the plus sides, but the downsides outweigh the plus. So like you feel this euphoric, like a coke high when you take it. You feel really good in the morning, and then you just fucking crash. It's just like
any other drug.
And I would come home and I'd be like irritable. My mom would be like, "How's your day?" And I'd be like, "Shut up!" Like you just pissed off for no fucking reason. Yeah, I feel very strongly against trying to curb people with ADHD because I think it's a creative advantage.
It certainly can
process things quicker. You can, for whatever reason, it's just like I think it's really fucked up.
I just think like
make kids
traditional schooling being a benchmark for like your child's like cognitive function. I just don't feel like it's a normal thing. Like I feel like the only difference between when I think back, obviously I'm not like licensed to talk about the stuff or qualified, but when I'd like to think I'm an observant person.
You went through it.
Yeah, I'm an observant person. I'd like to think
as much of a
and the only real thing I could really discern happening back in the day, I mean, unless there's cases where it's like, yeah, that kid's not fully there. That doesn't count. You know what I mean? But like amongst the normal like kids, the only difference between the kids who were like acted out and like were put in like programs or were taking things or whatever was just like their ability to comply with sitting still for 8 hours. And it's like,
Right.
what 10-year-old wants to I don't want to sit still. I can't sit still for 8 hours now.
Right.
I can't do it. I won't do it. I quit my office job like manically.
Yeah.
I literally won't do it. I can't do it. It drove me fucking crazy.
And
that's how I was back in the day. I was just like, I wasn't normal. I wasn't able to sit there. That wasn't normal for me.
Yeah.
I just observed that if you don't act this way, you'll get disciplined. You'll get things taken away from you. You'll get in trouble. And I was just very afraid of being in trouble.
Mhm.
And it's like, that's not me being normal and like that's how I am normally. That's me being terrified of the repercussions that will come if I don't fucking do this.
Having to go to the office.
Yeah, I'm like
fucked up.
I'm like those kids like just
The
you know what I mean?
the high energy kids should be learning in an environment where they can exercise and like work out.
Yeah,
I find when I'm like reading a podcast and I'm working out, the information sinks in a whole lot better, and I also enjoy learning when I can move. Some people just can't sit fucking still.
Yeah,
And it's a shame that we have to like. I just think it's the biggest shame where you take a kid like that who's clearly like these are like usually sometimes they're like whatever, but they're for the most part happy, creative, like love having fun, making jokes, like making other people a distraction or whatever, but
distraction from what? The narcissistic teacher who if you don't pay attention to them they'll like cry and shit their pants.
To numb that, to take a kid like that and to give them a drug to make them to completely strip that uniqueness away from them, I think is just so fucking criminal.
Yeah,
like
it
you
is.
said, it should be like $1 trillion fucking lawsuit.
Yeah, and I was gonna say to anyone who is gonna like blame a parent, it's like they're doctors. You trust doctors over anyone,
Right?
You know what I mean? And it's like the internet wasn't a thing. There wasn't like a really good way to fact check things. I mean, what are you going to do? Go to the library and like extensively read on something where the literature isn't even really out on that yet?
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're going to trust the doctor who went to fucking 15 years of school.
We didn't have the internet to the point where you could just people weren't utilizing it to the extent that
it wasn't. That information wasn't even there.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean?
I don't
like,
blame my parents. I really don't.
No, I'm saying it falls on like the doctors and the distributors of the drug for selling it as a thing.
I don't even fucking blame the doctors. Or actually, if they knew what it did,
I think it's so. There's
I fully blame the doctors.
There's being someone who prescribes somebody something because they think they desperately need this drug intervention or they will not live a normal quality of life.
Yeah,
and then there's over prescribing something because someone won't sit still in class.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, there's kind of a difference.
Yeah.
There. I think it's definitely overprescribed. I think
everything's overprescribed.
I think almost anything's overprescribed. Like if you can survive without it, do it.
Do it.
I guess it's like, you know what I mean? I mean, there's obvious exceptions. You know what I mean? But like,
I think kids with ADHD should not be eating sugar. I think that's the thing. Because we feed, Louis C.K. has a joke about this. We feed our children sugar. We don't have kids yet, but I'm just saying. Like, I'm starting to think about these things and how I want to have a family and I want to raise my kids. I don't ever want to give my kids something like that. Like that's.
Yeah, no.
If I knew, because I mean, again, like I don't blame my parents, but if my mom had never taken, if she took that, she would never have given me that shit. But what was I saying?
I was going off if your mom took that. She would have never given you that shit, and you're thinking about having kids now, and
yeah, well, I'm just thinking like
not you're thinking about having kids now, but the thought is
right
in our
like
fucking brain space.
I want my kids to live the best life they can, and I don't want them ever to feel. I mean, there's a stigma associated with medicine, like you don't want to feel like I definitely felt like an outsider for a lot of time. And I remember one time my teacher was like, "Did you take your medicine today?" My teacher fucking said that to me.
Really?
In class. Yeah.
Your teacher
your
teacher just done with you.
In front of literally my teacher.
Yeah, that's like, criminal. That guy should like lose his job for that.
He was like, "Did you remember to take your medicine?"
You should out him and me to him right now.
Yeah.
On the thing. Name drop him.
It's not worth it, but
yeah.
I mean, it definitely like
I would have name dropped him.
Yeah.
It's worth it, yeah.
I don't think
I would have done that.
Listening. I don't even know if he works there anymore.
I definitely still hold on to shit. I saw a TikTok on the way over here. I was watching TikToks in traffic.
Yeah.
And I saw a TikTok on the way over here that was like, remember what they did to you? Like, don't forget about that shit. Here's your reminder. Get angry about it. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, it's funny. I was like thinking about like when he said that, I instantly thought of teachers who I still hold grudges against. And I'm like, wow, that person was such a pathetic fucking loser adult for like beefing with me as a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm like, you stoop to my level, you fucking loser. I can't believe that. Like any teacher who stoops to the level of a kid is like, you should be fired that day. You should be let go.
Yeah.
Like a one
You just-
time only thing.
It's just like you don't have the mental capacity to like to separate like
Like there's bad kids.
you're letting your life get involved in this
Yeah.
teaching thing that
Mhm.
you signed up for, by the way.
Yeah. I don't know why teachers escalate situations so much. It's such like a narcissism thing or ego thing for teachers, clearly, because like, dude, have you seen clips where like teachers are they're getting so worked up by the kids. The kids are getting so under their skin. At what point do you just walk out of the classroom, lock it, and call the fucking security or dean of student affairs and just say, this is above my pay grade. I'm here to teach and instruct students and curate an environment where they feel safe doing so. And if there's someone disrupting that, I'm going to call someone else to handle that and remove that so we can just get back to class.
Right.
Like as much as it's crazy to say, like, I don't know, like the teacher's like trying to like get through to these kids. It's like, it's not a movie. Just call the security and there's 400 fucking kids in this grade. Just
That's
get
true.
on with
like
it.
They
you know what I mean?
There's kids
who want to learn and are there and are
I
like,
was
I'm trying to go to college.
I was definitely the kid who was distracting those kids from learning.
Yeah. In my high school,
I mean, I got sent out in the hall all the time.
I
It
was going to
fun.
say, yeah.
Thought about tweets, cool shit that I could have been. People like me, I knew what I wanted to do, and it was not that
Ever going to be academic.
No, it was never going to
Yeah.
be an academic thing. I knew I was a creative person from.
There should be
since I
a
was
different
child.
there should be a different track for that as soon as middle school.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it should be like It should be like picking a job. You're like, okay, I don't. At middle school, you should be like reevaluated.
I totally agree with you, and I think I could be wrong, but is that what PSSAs are for? Pennsylvania Standardized something, whatever, or like
No, that's just to. I think
Or
it's to
that-
reflect how well the school is doing at teaching you the curriculum.
well. I'm just trying to think. Did they ever give us placement tests? Because here's my thing,
Yeah,
dude.
I think they did.
Do you want me to be completely honest with you and say something that a lot of people probably wouldn't agree with?
Sure.
In about 9th grade, the writing is on the wall mathematically. We know who the engineers are by literally like 2nd grade. I'm sorry. We do.
I think it's true.
It's all given. Math is all given. Dude, you can give someone from 7th grade to 12th grade to learn calculus. If they don't have the capacity to learn it, they're never going to learn it.
Yeah.
Time's not going to change. And it's like mathematical ability is something that is so easily measured. Here's my point to this. I don't really think it's worth someone being in like pre-algebra or algebra 2 or pre-algebra, algebra 2. Cause it's like, okay, this person's not a winner math wise. Enough of the math.
Right.
They don't need to know a squared plus b or negative 2a plus or minus
Yeah.
the square root of 2. No one needs to know that. We need to stop pretending like we need to know that.
We don't.
We know who our engineers are. Let those kids fucking run
Yeah.
with it. Run with the math
There
thing.
should definitely be a halfway point where it's like they reevaluate you.
Yeah.
They see what you've done the past 6 years. Because like you were saying,
the
I'm
writing's
sure
on
you
the
could
wall.
tell-
Sorry. Yeah.
I'm sure you could tell the kids who are like getting the concepts way quicker.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like,
Like,
okay, this is what we're going to
I
do.
can tell you, dude, I was like ahead of my peers, it felt like, for math until about like 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I hit my wall. I was
too.
like, algebra is probably, I was so quick at algebra. In fact, shouts out to Corey McCurdy. Me and him used to duel in 6th grade. We were the quickest in our class at multiplication and division tables.
Nice.
And so, dude, simple math comes easy to me, like multiplication, division, linear algebra, stuff like linear equations, stuff like that comes super easily to me. The second you get to calculus, I shut the fuck off. I don't get it. The
Yeah.
second you bring up imaginary numbers, I'm like, what? Listen to yourself. What are you even fucking talking about?
It's an
imaginary number.
You made it up.
What do you mean? You know what I mean? Why are we learning that? But
Yeah.
anyway, like I knew from about like 7th grade that my limit was algebra. I knew that. And that has proven to be true. You know what I mean? But yet I took like 7 more math courses and it didn't improve anything. Like my mathematical ability capped at 7th grade.
Yeah.
Anyway, we really went down like a huge rabbit hole with like talking about our school system, but like
I feel the same
it's
way.
criminal.
As
It's
soon as-
honestly so criminal.
Once I had to do chemistry class, I was like, I'm out. I can't. I don't get it.
Chemistry,
I have
like
no clue what's going on.
Oh
the
my
covalent bonds and like
Yeah.
the inverse of the
Most of my high school didn't make it to chemistry.
yeah.
I would say that, honestly.
You know who's good at chemistry is my sister.
Yeah. Well, she's med school.
Yeah. But why couldn't I get like a little piece of that?
So, yeah, I don't know. Like,
But in the same regard, like if you asked my sister to go bullshit in front of people for a half hour,
Mhm.
she'd
well, I know so many
probably
people.
start crying, honestly.
A lot of my friends who are engineers, I mean, they're well spoken in real life, but they couldn't write a paper worth a shit at all.
Yeah.
And it's like that was very obvious in like 7th grade.
Obvious.
Obvious. But like, here's my thing.
New water brand?
If we have a kid in like 7th grade, for example, who's doing like Calc 3, he's amazing. He's fucking so
Yeah.
good. Why are you making him write a paper on the English Revolution?
Right.
Really? That's such a waste of his time.
Uh-huh.
Let him go make $1 million for Google
Yeah.
at 14. Why is he doing?
It
Why is he learning
the school
about?
system is
Why
fucked.
is he learning about the Knights of the Round Table when he's 17? When he did Calc 3 in 7th grade?
Yeah, he should be doing
I don't know.
he should be working for Sprite.
Let kids test out of school and just go
Yeah.
to work full time. Be done
Yeah.
with high school at 16.
The school system is definitely very fucked up, and I think we're all kind of realizing that now. But
Yeah.
it might be a little too late.
But isn't it?
It's actually not too late.
Isn't it so
Never too
crazy
late.
how we're all just like, yeah, it sucks. Oops.
Looks like we fucked that one up.
I don't know.
Bleh.
I don't know.
I think it's very fucked up and also very gay.
Yeah, it is gay.
And I'm not cutting that part out.
Good. School's gay.
Yep.
Do you know that that like 40-something-year-old guy on TikTok with like the gray hair who's like acts like a teenager and he's like, I don't get why
Yeah.
everyone someone
Because
asked
I don't have my age.
someone asked him about school one time. He was like, I never really fit in at school or thought it was worth my time. And all the comments were like, it makes so much sense now. How old is that dude? Because honestly, I was looking at his skin, his complexion, and I was like, he could be a guy who's like,
He's like,
honestly my age and just greater.
yeah, I think he might be one of those.
I think he's like 30, literally, or like 31. Because all the comments are like, oh, because he has all gray hair. But like, I don't know.
He's like the toxic dream boy that every girl thinks that they want to be with until they're actually in. If you're ever in a toxic relationship, that's not cool.
No.
It's like fun for like a week.
second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right,
I mean, it's always
this sucks.
it's all about like stimulation for some people though, and it is very stimulating
Mhm.
being in like a chaotic relationship. Like you're not really alone with your thoughts because you're always distracted by the fucking chaos
Yeah.
of the present. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So I don't know, maybe that's why people like it. But
Joe.
leaving that in. What was I gonna fucking say, dude?
PSA 8.
What time are we at?
50 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus. I had something to tell you. I forget what though.
What is it?
I don't remember.
Ben did something hilarious. It was Ben's shout out to Evil Ben. It was his birthday the other day.
Oh my
25,
God,
Big
yeah.
2-5.
And his mom's birthday, right?
No.
No?
Her birthday is July 6th
I thought they went out for her birthday.
or 7th.
Didn't they go out for her birthday?
No, last night was Ben's birthday
But why did they all go out with his mom?
because that's his mom.
But Ben wasn't there.
Yeah, last night.
No, not last night.
Oh,
They all went out with Aunt Abe?
I don't know.
I thought it was
They all
for her
went.
birthday.
They all went and got sushi last night for Ben's birthday.
Or did they all go out with Molly?
I don't know.
Dude, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What?
Oh, wait. This is what I wanted to say.
What? What?
Maybe I
bonus?
already told you this.
What?
I want to come clean again. Did I already? I think I already said this, dude. So you'll have to cut this if I already
Let's
said
hear it.
this because it's funny. I went to Spirit Halloween again before I came over here. Did I already say that?
No, you didn't.
So I pulled into Spirit Halloween.
You did that today.
Yeah.
Really?
Again. Remember I told you,
pulled in. No, you were there.
Yeah. Remember well, it's like if you go the back way, it's kind of on the way over here. From
where is it?
From where I was coming from work, which is like
Where is it located?
right by Market District, Giant Eagle.
Oh.
It's right there. So I stopped on my way over here and I got in the parking lot and I checked my phone and I was like, September 20th. I was like, If you teleported this a month in the future, where it's not even Halloween yet. And I was like, I think it is hilarious as it is.
Early.
As hilarious as it is that I came here again, it's too early to do like the Halloween thing.
Yeah.
And now I'm at the point where like I'm not doing it. Scrap it. It's over.
It's fine.
But isn't that hilarious?
That's really funny.
I was even looking on their website. I was like, well, before I walk in here, is there anything even worth walking in here for? Which I came to also the conclusion of no, there isn't. And also it was like $40 for like Happy Clown mask. I was like, I'm just gonna order something off Amazon.
It myself.
I'm just gonna
make something way scarier out of.
I'm just gonna
tall grass.
I'm just gonna paint my face.
There you go.
I did that.
I saw your Joker pick. It was awesome. We'll include that right here. But fuck yeah. Is that it? I gotta get out of here. I have to go see a woman about a vagina.
Your balls have a vagina appointment.
My balls have a vagina appointment. Beep, beep. But yeah, guys, Friendship is Kind. Another great episode. More than a half hour. Got the PSA shit done.
That's so funny. Saying more than a half hour is like we're very aware that like. Anyway,
definitely did more than a half hour this time, but crushed.
Yeah, I don't have anything to add to that.
Waponus.
Oh, I do have one thing to add.
What?
Can I add this, or will you leave this in?
Yeah, go ahead.
The shameless channel plug.
Yeah.
Okay, only because it's perfect time. NHL preseason starts any minute now, and if you're a hockey fan, check us out. Me and Dan Curtin, we do a channel for hockey fans. If you're a hockey fan only, please.
No hecklers.
I mean, you can come and heckle, but like, it's really, there's nothing funny over there. There's no.
It's not for jokes, guys.
It's just like a hockey thing. If you like hockey, check it out. It's called Northeastern Hockey Network. I'll leave a comment on this one. And this will be the only time you hear about that on this show.
Yeah. Fuckers.
We have 20 subs.
Woo!
And I've been at it for a couple months, so it's not about the
20
views.
subs.
We don't care.
And we also have the Cade Cunningham card, so everyone can suck our dolls.
If you want to see more things like the Cade Cunningham, what was it called?
Purple Wave Prism.
Purple Wave Prism Rare. Check us out.
There's so many different rares with sports cards. There's like Shatter, Purple Prism, Red Prism, Blue.
I have a Shaq card that's just like this, looks just like this.
Really?
And I sent it to a guy on Craigslist who was inquiring about some Pokemon cards that I had listed. This was like a year ago now. And he was like, yep, wouldn't have any interest on those. I bet you there's a sports guy who knows.
Dude, you should let me come look at them because I'm starting to get familiar with the types of rarities. This is a Purple Wave Prism.
Yeah, when you get back, you should look at my sports cards.
I will. I love sports cards.
Or I'll shoot you a picture even today.
Yeah.
When you get there.
I bet you probably have a couple because they're from how old?
Oh my God, 20 years ago.
Oh, then yeah, you definitely.
You know what's.
Are any of them in like really good condition?
There's like a couple. So for whatever reason, the sports cards were like all damaged. I don't even think I took most of the sports cards off of Corey. I was like, I don't want those.
Really? Does he have a bunch?
He might still have a bunch of sports cards.
I would take them. You should ask him about it. You should be like, Nick wants.
He might have even left them at my house and they might be in my drawer somewhere.
Yeah?
Maybe.
Nick wants the sports cards for throwing up all over the thing.
Oh, that's funny.
Call it even. Call it square.
We'll call it square.
Never bring it up again.
Here's what I propose.
Here's what I propose.
You have to hit him with a here's what I propose.
You buy an ounce from my grower.
You come through.
And then we smoke up.
You buy an ounce and then we'll smoke up.
And then we'll
with
smoke
your weed
pot
that you just bought.
Yeah. Listen, guys, Friendship is Kind. Love you. Another amazing episode. Another great week.
Yeah.
It's going to be huge.
Halloween vibes start next week.
Next week.
They start now
Next week. Word up. Love you guys. Friendship. Keep it kind, guys. Woo!